Oh, come on. Recording in progress. Good evening, everybody.
Hello, lovely to see you all.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, and we're actually totally honoured to have this meeting because the Council of Light for Earth, they came to us and asked us particularly to put this on because they got lots of information they wanted to bring forward and to connect everybody with.
It's a very important time at the moment, and it's whereas I was saying to we were talking earlier on before we were about how in the previous years we've been kind of connected to the Intergalactic Council. We're aware of the Board of Karma and how they affect and work with us, and all of a sudden, just recently, all of these councils are stepping forwards, and it's almost like they are not just ready to be heard, it's time. They're initiating a plan at a specific time in harmony with what's going on. So
they're preparing us to be intergalactic masters, to be much more connected with what's going on in the universe. And so this is part of that preparation.
It is. It's also part of a very specific plan that is being it's kind of time reliant that is going on around us at the moment. So they want everybody in, everybody on board, all hands on deck. And just to cover very quickly about what we're saying about the anxiety, a lot of you are saying in the comments and in the chat about how today particularly, and maybe some of yesterday as well, feeling anxiety in the solar plexus. I'm picking up a lot of new light coming in. And when a lot of new light comes in, it's a little bit like chucking a brick into a pond. It hits the bottom of the pond and all of the mud and all the silt comes flying up. So this new light is stirring up all of the kind of the stuck lower frequency energies. And those of us that are very sensitive, very empathic, we pick it up. So lots of extra violet flame, lots of extra grounding, drink plenty of water, get out in nature, and just be conscious of what's connecting via the solar plexus.
And also be aware that it's not just you. What we're all doing is picking it up for the collective and passing it through our own solar plexus. And that's why it's so powerful and so strong, because there's so much of it.
There's a lot of us who actually have agreed to do it as a soul contract as part of our service, and it's it peaks and troughs, doesn't it? Sometimes you're absolutely fine with it, and other times it feels like everybody's anxious simultaneously.
That's what's been brought up over the last year, hasn't it? Everybody's fear has been coming up.
It has.
And people have had to pass that through their systems, like being a member of the Brotherhood of the Golden Robe, which Lord Cthulhu looks after. Both Tim and I are, and I suspect that a lot of you are. And that is about taking on the pain of humanity. And that's part of the service work.
That is an incredible thing to do as well. And I think a lot of that will resonate with a lot of you as well, because we've taken on this huge global responsibility. We're all on this ascension trajectory.
At this particular time now. I mean, everything's speeded up so much, and we're all doing our absolute utmost to try and serve and clear the planet.
We are indeed, aren't we? And it's some of you may already know some or all of the 12 masters that we're going to be meeting tonight. We're going to be having a lovely meeting. We're going to be meeting the Council of Earth, and we're going to be introducing them to you in their capacity as wise ones who are serving planet Earth at this time.
So Earth, like all the other planets, has got 12 masters in charge. But around that central core of 12, there are 144 beings who serve them and work with them. Yeah. And you may well be one of those beings who is working with the masters very hard. Just have a feel in your body if that resonates.
Some of you will be feeling like, if it is resonating with you, you will have been feeling like this kind of increased sense of responsibility for this process at the time. You won't know why it's occurring. It's almost like a push. It's like a shove, isn't it? So it's so around this central core of beings who are focused on helping Earth, there are many, many other light workers who are also holding space for them who are it. So it's like this incredible network. It's like this grid that's all we're all interlinked and all supporting each other around the planet.
Yeah, and your soul may be an aspect of one of the great illumined masters. Remember that you may be just part of them or an aspect of them, or one part of the 144 that surrounds them. But definitely, if you're on this Zoom, you are a light, a beacon on the physical planes, and also helping on the inner planes. At night, you will be out there working.
Very busy.
Yeah.
Very busy. Now, the Council of Earth meets regularly in the Great Pyramid of Hollow Earth to take decisions for our planet and to connect with the Intergalactic Council for highest guidance, as well as other star systems for advice and information on where to go and what to do at this time.
There's also a monthly meeting, and everybody who is an ambassador for Earth is invited to that. So you're probably going to that as well.
So on these very kind of special and regular occasions, they're held in a vast amphitheatre under the Great Pyramid. The 12 masters of Earth sit in a circle, and around this circle, they are surrounded by the 144. Then again, beyond this row, upon row of ambassadors for Earth. So it's you can sit, and everybody's sat on benches, and this is a huge organized meeting that receives updates on progress, instructions on what's happening around the planet at the moment. It is meticulously organized.
And these are incredible meetings, and you're invited to meet the masters and to hear the updates for the plan for Earth. And at this moment, everybody's talking about what's happening.
They are indeed, because although we are on the surface kind of dealing with this as it is presented to us in a conscious form, on a soul level, we know exactly what's going on. We know exactly where it's going. That's because we've been briefed. And it's instinctive. It's an instinctive movement forwards, isn't it?
Yeah. And so we're not to buy into the stuff that's going on.
No.
Our task is to hold the vision, listen to what's really going on.
Yeah.
And look at that.
The highest light. Focus on the highest light and move forwards as strongly and as confidently as possible as we possibly can at this time.
And then be a beacon to encourage others. Hold
Absolutely.
the light for them. It's so, so important right now.
It is.
I'm sorry. Joanna has said, hold the light. I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean, what does that mean? It means stay focused and positive. Hold the vision of what is happening and what's truly happening, where we're going. This is just a step that we're going through right now.
It is. And one of the best ways, if you want to, because there is a lot of distractions around at the moment, it's very easy to kind of get pulled off feeling very positive and very driven and very, very kind of consciously focused, because we are bombarded by invitations to distract us at all times. So it's taking quite a lot of spiritual discipline for us to remain on focus. And we've got so much guidance and so much assistance at the moment. But the best thing to do is to pick your target, eye on the prize, and don't be distracted, don't be deviated, don't be put off by what you might be hearing around you, because it is all part of the process. It's all part of the plan at the moment.
It is. Everything is going according to plan.
Yeah, it is. Happily.
Okay. Do you want to start the meditation now?
I think that would be good.
Idea.
I think it would be good.
Okay, so everybody start to get ready, because we're going to go and meet the Council of Light. We're going to meet the 12 members, and I think you will know most of them, if not all of them, and really integrate their energy so that you can be part of what's happening for Earth. After all, you came to Earth right now because you wanted to be one who took Earth forward.
So just allow yourselves to relax. Just close your eyes, prepare yourselves for meditation.
Be aware of your breath. Breathing comfortably in and out, in and out, allowing yourself to really let go on the out breath. More and more surrender on the out breath.
Take another deep breath in, breathe in through your nose. And as you breathe out, begin to sense the big silver ball of your Earth Star chakra glowing below the soles of your feet. You might even feel a bit of tingling on the soles of your feet as you tune into your Earth Star. Just feel it anchoring you deeply into Mother Earth and grounding you completely.
And you're preparing yourself for your journey to enter Hollow Earth to meet the Council of Earth. First, invoke the gold and silver violet flame. Just be aware of the huge, vast, flickering gold, silver, and violet flame coming right down over your energy fields. And as it glows, it's transmuting any lower energies. And it's holding you in grace and wisdom.
And now invoke the gold ray of Christ. Just feel this moving down. Call out in your head to the beautiful iridescent gold ray of Christ. Feel it pouring down, filling your energy fields, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, with source love and beautiful, sparkling protection. Now, within these energies, as you feel them mixing and merging with your fields, take the decision to stand in your wisdom and your power.
And standing in these energies, invoke your unicorn. Just call it now and be aware of a pure diamond white light in the distance, coming closer and closer, getting bigger and brighter until the light stops in front of you, and out of it steps your unicorn. It's filled with love and joy and inspiration. And as it stands in front of you, it raises its head and sends a cascade of light and blessings right over you.
Just take a few moments to just absorb this light. And as you integrate with it, just be aware that your unicorn is now inviting you to ride on its back. You instantly find yourself astride your unicorn. You feel safe and secure and ready to travel within its pure and beautiful light.
And you have a sense of oneness as you move together gently over the world. You are moving through a million flowing, shifting colours until you see ahead of you the great portal to Hollow Earth, one of the main entry points to Hollow Earth, which is in America. And that portal is right below you.
Now, the enormous, etheric, golden gates open for you as you approach, and you gently float through on your unicorn into the unimaginably vast seventh dimensional world of Hollow Earth. You are aware of the 12 different kingdoms stretching in all directions around you as your unicorn takes you directly to the wondrous Great Pyramid of Hollow Earth.
As you approach it, you feel the extraordinary energy. And then you become aware of a shimmering escalator that goes down, down into the earth, deep, deep down below the Great Pyramid. And your unicorn is gliding down through a stream of liquid golden light above the escalator, gliding down deeper and deeper under the Great Pyramid.
Now, as you emerge into a breathless, awesome space, before you is the most incredible, enormous amphitheatre. It seems vast to you. Seats rising up as far as your eyes can see in a circle filled with thousands of souls in service to Earth.
And one of the first things you notice is the incredible blue-green light right above the amphitheatre. It's brighter than a 1,000,000-watt lamp. It is incredibly dazzling bright, but it doesn't hurt your eyes.
This light is the presence of Lady Gaia, the 9th dimensional angel in charge of Earth. Just take a few moments to just bathe in her resonance. Take this into your bodies and fields. Breathe this light in. She is holding the energy for tonight's proceedings. Feel her now connecting directly to you. And although her energy is beautiful and gentle, it is like a spiritual laser beam. Just feel your connection to her.
And now your eyes are drawn to the circle of great beings that are in the very center of the amphitheater. These are the 12 great illumined ones who are on the Council for Earth that have graciously invited us to be here tonight.
You step down from your unicorn and move forwards. You are standing tall in honor, truth, and integrity. And then you stand in the center, directly in the center of the Council of 12.
And on your left, there are 5 Council for Earth members. These are the 5 that are guiding those that are yet to awaken. Let's meet them now.
Master Paul, often called Paul the Venetian, steps forwards. He wears a yellow robe with a blue-green sash to show that he is on the Council of Earth. Now, Master Paul was head of cultural affairs in Atlantis. He is bringing forward his expertise to develop artistic, creative, scientific, and also practical aspects of Earth's process. Now, as part of this process, he is introducing the high-frequency pastel shades, as well as silver and gold shimmers that are expanding our consciousness without us sometimes really being aware of it.
Master Paul stands for freedom and liberty. He is influencing the movements right now for people power. He is supporting those brave souls who are revealing secrets and speaking for truth.
Now, for a moment, you stand in his aura. Feel it. What does it feel like to live on Earth without control? How does it feel to have complete freedom to make choices from the heart without anybody resisting you? You feel this vibration within his aura. Feel it resonating with yours. Master Paul represents America, Canada, and South America on the council.
And now the great Master Enoch steps forward. He is dressed in a blue and white robe with the blue-green sash to denote he is on the Council for Earth. During his lifetime, Enoch developed such an open heart that at the end of his life, Archangel Metatron entered his heart center. And because of this, he overlit him while he ascended. It was an extraordinary thing that happened. Many people thought he was Metatron because Metatron was right within his heart center.
Now, Enoch is influencing people to be pure of heart, but mostly he receives the guidance of Archangel Metatron to help people wake up spiritually, which is happening all around the world at the moment. He directly represents the Middle East and Europe on the council.
And so, for a moment, stand in his energy fields. Just feel the vibration of him. Experience your heart wide open and receive into yourself his connection with Archangel Metatron.
And now, Gandhi, known during his last life as Mahatma or Great Soul. And he stands in front of you, dressed in a white dhoti, again with a blue-green sash. He recently incarnated in India, where he surrendered his ego to become a master of peace. Now he brings great compassion, love, humility, and understanding to his role.
His monumental task is to bring peace to all warring peoples, to help bring the planet into equilibrium for the new golden age. And he represents the Far East.
Now, for a moment, just stand in his aura. Just absorb these beautiful elements of compassion, humility, love, courage, understanding, and of course, enlightenment.
And the next master to step forward is Peter the Great. He is now master of the 11th ray, and he is dressed in green with a blue and green sash. His last incarnation was in Russia, and he ascended at the end of it. During that lifetime, he was very in tune with nature, the animal kingdom. And he now works with Archangel Perlimeek, the angel of nature, and the elemental masters.
He is directing the cleansing of the planet right back to the devastating atom bombs which were set off in one of the early experiments of Atlantis. He is also behind all the recycling and the green projects, all of the movements to heal Earth and to help the environment, cleaning the oceans and the rivers, reforestation. And he is particularly looking after Russia and Australia.
Allow yourself to step forward until you are right in his aura. And his energy fields carry the keys and codes and love for nature. Feel it. Absorb it. Breathe it into your own energies until you resonate totally with the love of nature.
And now, the mighty Thoth steps forwards, tall and regal in royal blue, also with a blue-green sash. Thoth was a high priest avatar in Golden Atlantis. During that role, he laid the original ley lines and placed metals in them to strengthen their magnetic resonance. He personally taught the Atlanteans that the entire cosmos responds to particular harmonies and combinations of notes so that we can all live in perfect health and harmony together if we understand them. He later became an Egyptian god.
Now Thoth holds the wisdom of the golden era of Atlantis. And his task is to bring back the gifts, the talents, the knowledge, and the wisdom of that period, for it's all latent within us all. Also to bring back the flow of harmony to Earth, so that we all recognize that oneness and correspondence of everything. He is in charge of South America.
Now, once again, for a moment, you stand directly in his aura. Take a deep breath in. Feel it. And as you breathe out, just allow yourselves to embody and absorb the incredible wisdom of Atlantis, and also Thoth's knowledge of universal harmony. So just take a few moments. Feel this strength, this wisdom. Keys and knowledge from the universe. Just breathe this into your bodies and your fields.
Now, part of Earth, our planet, is known as Pilche. This is the part of Earth that has already ascended. And 7 of the 12 great illumined ones on the council are actively working now for the complete ascension of Earth. These 7 were golden sashes, and it's time to meet them now.
The Master Aphra steps forward. Aphra is a 7th dimensional being who is androgynous and also carries a very similar energy to that of an archangel. Aphra wears the most incredible, beautiful, majestic red and gold robes. With the golden sash, and Aphra oversaw the golden age of Africa, which is also known as Petranium.
Africa actually comes from another planet, but is so attuned to Earth that the energy is here. And he still oversees Africa with Serapis Bey. They are working to bring back abundance and plenty to the continent, because there was a time during Petranium, that golden age, when the continent was rich and verdant. And he's also working to return self-worth to the people.
So once again, for a moment, you stand in Aphra's aura. Feel it. Absorb the vision for the greatness of Africa. Just take a few moments to take this into your bodies and fields. The peace, the wisdom, the abundance. So allow it to flood into you.
And now we are honored to meet Babaji. He is known as the Deathless Avatar, and he faithfully served Earth for eons and holds the spiritual light of the world. His aim is to help people live in truth. And he is dressed in pure white with a golden sash.
Now, for a moment, you stand in his aura, and just for a fraction of a second, you are lit up by 12th dimensional energy, which is beyond your comprehension. Just allow yourself a few moments to absorb this.
Lady Portia, High Priestess in the Temple of Liberty in the Golden Era of Atlantis, the Goddess of Justice, steps forward, and she is shimmering in every possible vibration of pink with a golden sash.
Lady Portia's task is to help Earth create a higher Atlantis in the new golden age, where every individual carries their own personal flame of freedom as they ascend.
So stand in her shimmering pink aura. Feel it. Feel the love and absorb the energy that she radiates, the highest possibility of every single human being free and ascended.
And now, Lord Hilarion, who is the negotiator for Earth on the Council of Saturn and graciously sits on the Council of Earth. He is truly radiant in bright orange with his golden sash. As a master of the fifth ray of technology, science, wisdom, truth, and knowledge, he brings much knowledge and wisdom to assist the council to help our planet at this time.
Hilarion is guiding the new communication technology, the crystal technology, and bringing forward clean power that will power the awesome inventions of the next golden age. Lord Hilarion and Seraphina, the mighty seraphim, are training beings in the 12 intergalactic schools to serve as ambassadors for Earth.
Take a few moments to stand in Hilarion's aura. Feel it. Step into his vibration. Now, as you do, you may receive a download, or keys, or codes, or information, or maybe even a vision of technology for our new golden era. So just take a few moments for that to filter in.
And now Gautama, Lord Buddha, steps forward in citrine green with a golden sash. He is a way shower. He holds the light to guide humanity forward on a path of peace, compassion, enlightenment, and truth.
Once again, step into his aura. Truly feel it. Allow yourself to breathe this energy in, knowing that you are one with everyone and everything. Breathe that in.
Serapis Bey, dressed in white with a golden sash, is from Venus, the planet of love. And he has been co-opted onto the Council of Earth because of his might and his experiences, especially from his incarnations as a great priest avatar in the Ascension Temple in Atlantis and as pharaohs.
Serapis Bey is focusing on a new way of thinking and learning for the new age. He is also helping to establish higher frequency and non-invasive healing methods as people become increasingly sensitive. His teachings are hidden at a higher frequency in the Great Temple of Egypt. When the collective frequency of our planet rises sufficiently, we will be able to access them, and then Earth can create a beautiful, cooperative world with a government that works for the highest good of all.
So stand within his aura now. Feel the vibration he emanates. Just imagine the energy of a government that is working for the highest good of all, and access that energy now.
Now, the 12th member of the council is the illumined Lord Vuslu. He is dressed in radiant yellow with a beautiful golden sash. He was the greatest and the purest of all the high priests of Atlantis, and he comes from another universe altogether. He has agreed to be hands-on to help Earth in its jump-shifting consciousness.
And his focus is the ascension of humanity and the planet. He carries all the information, wisdom, keys, and codes to enable us to jump shift into ascension.
Take a few moments now to stand in the aura and the fields of Lord Vuslu. Step in and feel it. Here lies the true energy of ascension. So just take a few moments to bond and blend with this, allow it to light you up, become one with it. And just feel the light and the knowledge of Lord Vuslu.
And now be very aware of yourself standing in the center of the circle of masters on the Council of Earth. Around them are the 144 who serve them. You are in the center of all of this. Beyond them is the amphitheater full of beings, and they are all supporting you energetically. Stand there and receive this energetic support. Then quietly move out of the circle and sit outside it.
As you do so, a huge screen appears before you. Lord Vuslu, who has helped our planet before, is guiding the next session.
And on the screen, you see Earth surrounded by thick, impenetrable cloud, as it has been for 10,000 years.
Now, during this period, the sun briefly breaks through twice. The first is when Jesus brings the Christ light into the planet. See a shaft of light breaking through the cloud.
The second is during the Renaissance, when many creative people tried to bring Christ light in again through art. Then the clouds closed in and rendered Earth invisible again.
The clouds remained thickly in place until 1987, when the collective prayers of humanity at the harmonic convergence brought back the violet flame for everyone. And at this point, the purification started. More high-frequency beings and energies began to flood to planet Earth.
And in 2012, at the cosmic moment, the ascension of the multiverse started. Source energy touched the heart of every sentient being on this planet, every planet, and in this and every universe. The Great Awakening, the movement to ascension, started.
And since then, see how the clouds over Earth have rolled back rapidly. The sun has shone through as the frequency has risen, and the focus of the universe has been on helping Earth ascend by the year 2032.
By 2020, the collective remaining third dimensional energy who wanted to maintain control, drama, corruption, secrecy, and lies saw a lessening of their power.
The clouds came surging in again over Earth as the pandemic offered the forces of control a massive opportunity to regain power by spreading fear. Fear is food for controllers. Many souls became dispirited and hopeless as they believed what they were being told.
In 2021, control has Earth in a vice-like grip, not seen since the end of Atlantis. But this is a temporary illusion.
Earth is moving quickly and with focus towards its destiny. The frequency is rising in an unstoppable way, and the clouds are rolling back so fast. Once the consciousness of humanity reaches tipping point, there will be the most incredible mass awakening. This will take place over the next 10 years. This is just a mere fraction of an instant in the timeline of Earth.
And the Council of Earth is using the current challenges as an opportunity to destroy the old third dimensional economic systems. They are not part of the new paradigm. People everywhere have to be flexible and to embrace change as they seek soul satisfaction rather than wealth.
The businesses using cheap labour will no longer exist. High streets will become obsolete, and many will have been converted into community hubs containing thriving local markets by 2027.
People won't travel in the same way as before. Flight becomes too expensive for whimsical travel, and there's more awareness of the pollution caused. it is no longer economically viable to cargo goods around the world.
At this moment in time, 3D crafts slice through the energy fields of Earth, and this weakens them. The reduction in flights will give the aura of our planet time to recover.
And as international trade starts to decline and cease completely by 2032, farmers will produce again for local markets. There will be an even greater boom in growing your own fruit and vegetables.
Countries that rely on exports will be badly hit and need to find other ways to support themselves. The people will start seeking spiritually.
The vast acreage of monocrops that have so damaged the earth will no longer be viable, and hedges and trees will be replanted. Small birds will sing again.
The Council of Earth is also using the current crisis as an opportunity to renew nature and change the way people feel about their working lives and their families, and to fully review their priorities.
2022 sees change as portals awaken all over the world, and they release high frequency spiritual light full of knowledge and spiritual understandings. And this is bringing a happier feeling to the world and a sense of being able to breathe again.
In China, there are millions of sacred stone circles and portals, and the land itself holds incredible spiritual wisdom. When these start to open more rapidly, the people will start to see and understand spiritual things that they were told did not exist. They will wake up rapidly and begin to demand liberation. Add this to the collapse of the international trade, and China will struggle.
To earthly eyes, the struggles will seem horrific, but the clouds will roll back above China and the sun will be out by 2032. Expansionist plans will be stopped, for the blueprint of the planet for the new golden age is local communities and self-determination.
Banks and financial institutions have lost the trust of people. The idea of lending illusionary money that does not exist to struggling people at exorbitant rates of interest is becoming unacceptable.
And unless openness, honesty, and fairness sweep through those institutions, they will be replaced by other forms of currency by 2029. And after 2032, money will cease to have relevance. People will be exchanging goods again in a completely new way of living.
Almost unbelievable new higher crystal technology that fully supports life will then come in. In 2032, the entire universe will move into the fifth dimension. Those who wish to live in harmony, sharing, caring, cooperating, and working with nature, creativity, and love will form spiritual communities and a completely different civilization.
By then, those who do not wish to participate in a fifth dimensional world will have returned to their home planets, and once more there will be a sustainable population on Earth.
So the clouds of illusion over Earth will have rolled back, and golden light will shine into and from our planet once more. People will be happy again. Thoth, in royal blue, rises and he switches the screen off.
And you find yourself standing in front of Thoth. He looks directly into your eyes. He says, "You are a light worker, an ambassador for this planet. Realize that Earth is currently rising through the final, narrow, third-dimensional bandwidth that is allowing the current situation here.
Very shortly, the planet will have risen above it, and it cannot affect you any longer. The fear and control must disappear. And it will be a source of amazement when people look back on it.
However, we on the Council of Earth request your help to accelerate this process. Your light is needed now more than ever before.
Under no circumstances join those who are adding to the fear and are focusing on the restrictions in thought, word, or action.
Be a beacon. Hold the absolute certainty and knowing that humanity is rising through this last initiation to freedom and happiness. That is your greatest service.
And now Thoth switches the screen on again. And this time you see the planet covered in small flames. Each flame is a light worker who is switched on.
Just sense or see how big is your flame. Thoth asks you to see yourself standing tall, firm, and strong, radiating light. As you do this, sense your light getting stronger, brighter, and spreading out.
Notice how more flames are springing up around you as your very bright light awakens.
Notice what happens as the world shifts into fifth dimension and flames everywhere are becoming bigger and brighter.
Now this light shows up everything, all secrets and questionable practices, so they simply vanish and disappear.
And that is what you can do to help the world. Hold your knowing that we are moving rapidly into a new golden world. Make sure that your light is strong and unwavering.
Constantly, throughout the day, recenter yourself. Blaze out your conviction and your knowing. Your faith will purify your light, and this will assist your ascension. This will all be returned to you 1,000-fold.
Now sense or see if you are one of the 144 who surround the Council of Earth. Or are you sitting on the benches? Are you already an ambassador for Earth? If not, do you wish to serve as one?
And now Ascended Master Thoth stretches towards you and just very gently places one finger on your third eye. As he does so, just take a moment to notice what happens.
If you wish to serve as an ambassador for Earth or to rededicate yourself as one, Tell Thoth now.
Thoth leads you into the centre of the inner circle of council members again. And he happily presents you as one in service to Earth.
You turn slowly in a circle and see them as they see you. You stop in front of one of them that you feel called to be with. It may be Paul the Venetian, Enoch, Gandhi, Peter the Great, Thoth, Afra, Babaji, Lady Portia, Hilarion, Gautama Lord Buddha, Serapis Bey, or Lord Fuslu.
That being looks into your eyes and gives you a personal message that goes deep into your third eye, your heart, and the very fabric of your soul.
As your heart opens to receive the message, Lady Gaia herself reaches down and places a glowing green-blue globe deep inside you.
Just take a few moments to absorb this. This will assist you and help you to feel a sense of belonging and to feel loved on earth. And this will also fully support your personal ascension process.
And as you thank the Council of 12, they all bow to you and acknowledge you.
And just take a few moments to thank them. Now it's time to begin to return to where you are. And you find yourself back upon your beautiful unicorn, just gently coming back to this reality. Just moving away from the beautiful setting in Hollow Earth, the amphitheatre, the pyramid, just coming back to where you are. And just find yourself returning to your body. Allow yourself to ground yourself in. Feel your earth star below the soles of your feet. Make sure that you are back physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Wow.
Yeah, it was very powerful, wasn't it? Which master did you?
I really, really connected with Vuslu and Babaji.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
I was absolutely sure it was going to be Babaji.
Yeah.
And then when I got to Vuslu, I thought, oh, no, it has to be.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all.
Very important. Yeah.
Very important
That we stay connected with them. You've got the recording. Listen to it again. Connect with those masters again.
The more you strengthen that connection, the more that connection is strengthened, the quicker this will be implemented. Yeah. Everything is going to plan. This is what they're saying.
Vuslu felt like a stitch in my heart. Yeah.
Oh.
We have lots of Serapis Bethos.
Yeah.
Vuslu. I think because of where we are now in the jump shift that's taking place, a lot of people will be connected to Vuslu. But Paula Venetian, great, Lady Portia.
I've just got a really clear picture of them all standing in the amphitheatre, waving and smiling. Everyone's very happy.
I had a very strong feeling of them actually acknowledging everybody and bowing to everybody and just seeing our lights.
Thank you all very much.
It's amazing, amazing. Yeah.
Drink lots of water because we've taken in a lot of very powerful light tonight.
How can you re-listen? You'll be sent the recording.
Yeah.
You'll have it either tonight or tomorrow morning.
You can go through it as many times.
And then,
many times as you want. Definitely.
Yeah, that was lovely.
Oh. Well,
and we are now going through this amazing jump shift, and I've got a Zoom. I'm sure that Tim's got one soon, but I've got one on the full moon in the vortex of energy between the solstice and the full moon. There is this magical vortex of very high frequency energy. And so I'm doing a Zoom about the jump shift in consciousness, where you learn to supercharge your energy, access the blueprint for the new golden age. So it'll be actually put into your energy fields, and there'll be an attunement to Vuslu's order of the ascension lights for Earth.
Nice.
Very powerful.
Very nice. I love the sound of that.
I know.
I love the sound of that.
That's on June the 24th at the full moon.
Nice. Lovely. Well, thank you, everybody.
Oh, I know. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just getting
Peter the Earth. Yeah, Peter the Great.
Peter the Great.
He was in Russia. He'd had an incarnation in Russia when he was very, very connected to the Earth. He was very connected to nature. He implemented a huge amount of changes during his incarnation, and he was so incredible that when he passed over and he moved into the light, he then became a master who was working to help the Earth and all these new movements that are taking place. He is guiding all of those to bring nature back into our consciousness, to all the movements about reforestation and cleaning the planet and cleansing the seas, all of this. He's in charge of.
Everything that we've wanted to see happen now for decades will be occurring.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, rewilding is taking off. That's it's all part of it. That's all Peter the Great.
It will be a gentle flowing process as well. This is something that is going to be mixed into our reality as we are going along. So it's
Peter wonderful. The Great also looks after the animals. Sorry, I saw the question. One or two people asking about Afra.
Yeah.
And so in the age of Petranium, which was the golden age, one of the very early golden ages, a long time ago, Africa was verdant and green, and there were seventh dimensional beings there. And Afra was in charge of that. They had extraordinary powers that they could literally get the minerals out of the earth and use them with their minds. It was just an amazing time.
Very Atlantean.
Talk about it. Yeah, well, that was way before Atlantis.
Yeah, it was.
About it in the Keys to the Universe. It was amazing.
Oh,
Ah, yes, Lady Portia gave you the message of love, compassion, mercy, and grace.
Oh, it'll happen soon, Heater, don't worry.
Yeah, it will, because it's happening already.
Mm.
This has been a big time this month with the way Jupiter is to bring stuff forward. And already we're seeing a lot about the government and things coming out now.
It is going to be a very, very interesting couple of months.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, I was just going to say, I've got a couple of events coming up as well. And if anybody fancies doing a little bit of destroyer training,
Oh, yes, you're
with
talking
destroyer
about that,
training. I know it sounds
Commander Ashtar,
with Commander
yeah.
Ashtar. It's going to be Commander Ashtar and I presenting a form of training that I did on Venus before I came down to this planet. Thank you, David.
Thank you. Would you mind putting mine up, David, please?
Yeah, it's brilliant. I think David, yours came up on a link just a minute ago, actually.
Oh, okay.
Then I've got the fourth event with David on the 17th as well, which is the Archangel Uriel and the mighty Archangel Metatron. So you've got a lovely month coming up, haven't we, actually?
Yeah, there's some lovely messages coming in there.
No, thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
and we've gone over, I'm sorry to say.
But I think it was worth it.
It was
definitely worth it, and it's just so nice to see the Masters of Earth so happy, happy and celebrating. Yeah. We're on it, everybody.
And connecting. They're now got their energy in your fields.
Yeah.
As you stood up for that.
Big jump shift for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Lots of love.
Cheerio.
Take care. See you all again soon. Bye.
Bye.